Hello everyone, welcome to the show. This is episode 157 of the Meet the Farmers podcast. I'm your host, Ben Eagle. Now, last week was of course Glastonbury, but it was also the Glastonbury of farming events, Groundswell. Last year I only went for one day, and I learned from that the best way to do Groundswell is to go for the whole thing. So I camped and I was there for the full 2 days. So much going on though still, and there were loads of people there. Groundswell is the premier event for regenerative farming in the UK, although other events such as Down to Earth have begun to spring up to join it. There are absolutely thousands of people there, which was great to see. People just catching up with old friends, meeting new ones, watching all the demonstrations, a lot of machinery manufacturers there, and of course hearing from the really varied group of speakers. There was a lot more livestock material I found at Groundswell this year as well, so it was interesting to see that. I spent most of my time speaking to people, attending sessions, also at the bar, got to be said. But in today's podcast, I thought I'd give you a round robin of some of the trade stands who were at the event, just to give you a flavour of who was there. So something a bit different for today. Next time we'll be back to normal with the podcast with an interview with Powys-based Sarah James. But for now, let's head over to the Groundswell Showground. So when you come into the Groundswell, you are greeted by the happiest man in the world, David. Tell me about why you're standing here giving out leaflets to people, and what are you doing?
Okay, so we do regenerative dog food. So we're signed by, we've got certified by Greener World and Pasture for Life, and they do standards based on animal welfare, grass-fed, non-GMO standards. And so we're here because we're regenerative, and Groundswell is a regenerative show, all about trying to fix our soils. That's what we're here for. We're here because we take that product and we turn it into an amazing product for dogs.
First time at Groundswell?
First time that we're actually showing. We were here on the Ethical Butcher stand, sort of talking to people. So we got a little bit of a vibe for it last year, but this year is our first year on the actual door.
Okay, well, keep up the good work and keep smiling.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
So I'm Sammy Reid. I work for the Farming and Wildlife Advisory Group in the Southwest branch, and I live in Exeter.
And how are you finding Groundswell?
It's really good. As always, this is my third year here. Lots of really interesting talks, and I think so far George Monbiot has been the one that I've been most. It's really caught my imagination and got me questioning things, and I think it's good to have someone like that at an event like this because we are really focusing on regenerative agriculture, and he was coming at it from a different angle, and I quite like being challenged in that way.
What do you get out of coming to Groundswell personally?
For me personally, it's just really nice to catch up with old colleagues from all over the country, and obviously network and meet new people, and hearing lots of inspiring talks. It just helps to keep me motivated in what I do and think about where I want to go in the future of my career as well.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for talking to me, and enjoy the rest of the show.
I'm Nikki Oxall, and I'm based in Aberdeenshire in Scotland, but I'm here with Pasture for Life.
And why is it important for Pasture for Life to have a presence at Groundswell?
Pasture for Life is the home of regenerative grazing, so it makes total sense for us to be here and talking to folk who want to think about reducing their inputs and maximising their output from pasture.
Lots of livestock farmers here this time.
Yeah, loads of livestock farmers, and real interest at the mob grazing demos as well, which is really nice to see.
Yeah. Any particular questions that people have been asking?
People are always really interested in membership and what that offers. So understanding the kind of community that we create, so the access to the forum and the farm visits that we do, and recognising that that's just a stage towards certification. So you don't have to sort of sign up and go whole hog 100% pasture fed with your flock or your herd, but you can become a member, and I think people are being really interested in, how do I take that first step and how does the membership help me to do that?
Okay, Nikki, enjoy the show.
I will do, thanks.
Hi there, so my name's Tom Ludwig. I'm the Business Development Manager for Soil Heroes based here in the UK.
And tell us about Soil Heroes.
So Soil Heroes is a farmer-founded company. We were born out of a regenerative farm in Holland. It started in 2019, and we're here to facilitate payments to farmers undertaking regenerative activities.
And why is it important for you to have a presence at Groundswell?
Groundswell's fantastic for us because it gives us a platform to speak to a huge amount of regenerative farmers and those inquisitive and curious to learn more as well. So a great opportunity for us to speak to those actually involved day to day in regenerative agriculture.
So have a great show.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Kit Hayward. I'm come from Scotland, and we're here representing Safe Soil, which is basically a global movement looking for a global policy shift. So we're trying to engage with all nations, governments and general public in order to change the narrative towards soil and soil health and look to enforce a policy shift all over the world.
And what's your take on Groundswell being this year?
It's amazing. There's such a diversity of people here, not just farmers and agronomists or people associated with that industry, but members of the public which are kind of engaging in this subject, which is incredible to see, and they're actively seeking how they can play their part as consumers as well. But also in terms of Safe Soil, speaking to that whole range of people, it's been really well received, and people are really kind of engaging with the process and hopefully getting involved and spreading the word about how soil can be the greatest solution that we have at this point in time to address climate change and food poverty and maintain supplies of antibiotics and a lot of other things as well.
We're on the second day now. What were people sort of asking you yesterday?
Well, I think firstly they're really curious about what this movement is, and I think once we start kind of talking to them about the number of countries involved and the number of countries that have signed MOUs with us as well, then they start piquing their interest and to see the kind of scale, and also the fact that there's been a large movement in India already established with over 155,000 farmers converted to agroforestry, and the Indian government has actually recently adopted the policy recommendations for 13 major river systems there, so that covers over 60% of the whole of India. So we're trying to see this shift towards soil regeneration, but at scale, because that's needed in terms of timescales with climate change and all of that.
Okay, have a great show.
Thanks very much, Ben. Take care.
So my name's Ed Trotter and I'm from Lincolnshire.
And my name's Tom Diamond and I'm from Somerset.
And who are you working for and why are you here?
Working for Edifos as an agronomist.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, independent agronomist based in Lincolnshire.
Tell us about Edifos.
Edifos is a independent agronomy company which has a real focus on reducing inputs, sustainable farming, and just trying to get more of a holistic approach onto farmers wanting to cut down inputs and go more sustainable.
And how are you both finding Groundswell this year?
Yes, I think it's my second time here. I came last year as well. It's been it's always really productive and informative, and you have plenty of good conversations as well, which is really nice, and new ideas.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a different vibe to a lot of other shows. It's really friendly, and everyone just is here to learn and develop their knowledge and just really try and move things forward, listening to all the speakers, and it's really informative.
Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. Cheers.
Hi, I'm George Hepburn from Ava Fertiliser. I'm from Norfolk, and we like this show because it deals with the regenerative farmers. The majority of our business is dealing with those, so not only do we get to meet them here, but we also get to talk to the other trade stands, understand more about what's going on in the industry at the moment, and it's really nice just to catch up. It's not a pushy show, we're here to have conversations for education and things like that, so we really enjoy it, takes the pressure off us. Yeah, it's busy, we get to talk a lot, but it's a really nice show, very relaxed, very informal. But everyone here is interested and interesting, so that's the really nice thing. It doesn't matter what stand you go on to, you can have a really good conversation with people, and that's what we like.
Tell us about Ava.
So, Ava Fertiliser make a range of foliar feeds and biological products, which we sell to the farmers in the regenerative industry mainly. The main bulk of the products are foliar, but we also do bugs in jugs, for want of a better word, that we can brew up. And that kind of thing's really interesting. We've got the brewer on the stand today, and the farmers really love to come over and have a look and see what's going on. And that's the way we think the industry's going, that people can brew up their own things, so it keeps the costs down, keeps the inputs down, so it really helps the farmers moving forward. One of the main principles of regenerative agriculture is to reduce inputs, and this kind of thing can allow them to do that.
thanks very much and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. Cheers.
My name's Christopher Price. I'm Chief Executive of the Rare Breed Survival Trust, the organisation that exists to conserve and promote our native livestock and equine breeds.
And your take on Groundswell this year? It was a busy day yesterday.
It is absolutely fantastic. One of the great things about here is the positivity. Everyone who comes here realises farming and land management's got to change, and they're trying to go and find out ways to do it. So you're already always pushing an open door. You're speaking to people who are receptive and are keen to learn.
A lot of livestock farmers here this year.
Yes, and we're pleased. The managers of Groundswell decided a couple of years ago they wanted to do more to reach out to livestock farmers. So we were invited to attend, and a couple of other organisations, individuals too. Because after all, livestock farming is just as capable of being regenerative as arable farming.
What are the sorts of questions that people have been asking you on the stand so far?
I suppose the single most common one is what sort of breed is appropriate for my circumstances. People realise that different breeds are suited to different locations, different habitats, and they want to make sure that they're getting the right ones or thinking about the right ones. In terms of the issues that they're finding challenging, it's abattoirs by a long way. The lack of a comprehensive network of local abattoirs is proving to be a real challenge, because if the abattoirs aren't there, then you really can't keep the animals that depend on them.
Right, my name is Sunna. I work for Nofence UK and I am from Norway.
Wow, you're my first Norwegian.
Well, there's not many of us, so yeah, that's probably why.
And tell us about Nofence.
So Nofence is a virtual fencing company. So we collar animals and we use an app on our phones to fence them. So when an animal is within a virtual paddock, it receives an audio when it meets the boundary, and then it learns that I need to turn around because it does want to get a pulse. So effectively, comparing it to electric fences, instead of animals seeing a fence line, they hear it. And hearing is a really good tool for a cow.
And you've had a lot of interest at the show so far?
Oh, definitely, yeah. People are crazy about this. So there's a lot of interest in it, especially in the context of Groundswell and bringing livestock into arable and rotating livestock, just in general, grazing management. Yeah.
This is your first time at Groundswell? Have you been before?
This is our second year, so exciting to come in the second time and see how it's actually grown in just a year as well. So yeah.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck for the rest of the day. It's a really exciting product. So yeah, thanks so much.
So I'm Lucy Edwards from the Ecological Land Cooperative, and we are based in the south of England and the southwest of England and South Wales. And what we do is develop small starter farms for new entrants to agroecology, and then we provide affordable, super long leases, 150-year leases to new entrants to get them started in agroecology.
And how are you finding Groundswell?
I love Groundswell. It's great. What I really enjoy is that kind of like is a meeting of worlds between the environmental sector and the agriculture sector, and sometimes that can be quite a divisive world, and it's really nice that it's come together and everyone's having like really constructive conversations. So I've been really excited about it.
I've seen quite a lot of your flyers out on tables certainly over by the food stand, so your name is definitely getting about. What sort of reception are you getting?
Yeah, really good actually. Yeah, we've had some like really interesting conversations with either people who are quite conventional farmers, from people who are interested in becoming farmers with us, and just people that are really interested in our model as well.
Well, good luck for the rest of the day and enjoy the rest of the show.
Great, thank you.
I'm Hannah from Safe Ag Systems. We are an online safety platform for farms to manage their compliance and completely remove the paperwork. We are an Australian company but are now in the UK, New Zealand, the US and Canada. And it's all fit for the UK with all the templates you would need for safety, so you can manage your audits, all your HR, your loan workers, and just make sure you've got all of those documents should you ever need to prove anything.
And how are you finding Groundswell?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a great show. It's our first time. We've met loads of really good people and had a really good response.
Hello, I'm Ali. I'm here with AgriTechie, and we're a membership organisation, and we bridge the gap between innovation, research, and then deploying that on farm. So we run events, we really get innovators in front of the right people and the right organisations at the right time. So we're here. We're asking everyone where if they had £100,000 or they had an investment, where would their investment for technology have the biggest impact. So it's either in biodiversity, water, crops, soil, air, livestock, woodland and machinery. And I think most people are going for soil. We've got quite a lot of dots on water and also on the biodiversity and pollinators.
And how are you finding Groundswell generally?
It's a great event. Everyone wants to collaborate, learn from each other. All the sessions have been packed, so it's been a really beneficial 2 days, and it's just great to see everyone walking around and enjoying themselves.
Hi, my name is Jack Holgate. I'm here with the Elsome Seeds at Groundswell show, and we're here over the 2 days to display our cover crop offering to both the wholesale and retail markets and bits of what we're doing and what we have available.
And you've been busy here on the stand?
Yes, very busy. First day was there was no break really. It was excellent. The footfall was great. Today's a little bit slower, but still there's good attendance. It's been very good.
Why is Groundswell a good show for you?
It's very interesting. Everybody who appears to be attending Groundswell is here for a specific reason. They're not here just to walk around and nab free pens. They're actually here for genuine reasons. There's lots of very interesting shows, lectures, seminars, and yeah, it's just a good vibe really.
Well, good luck for the rest of the show. Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks very much, Brad. Cheers.
So I'm Rob Noble-Forbes. I work for Landmark Systems. We're a software company that's been running for 35 years, providing accounts, property, crop management, livestock management software.
And how are you finding Groundswell?
Really good, actually. An interesting mix of people, seeing all different, having different conversations about what's going on. Different techniques, different concepts on farming, so having to look at different ways, which I think it's helped us because we can provide a background of information and data of what's happening on the farm.
And you're having a good reception here on the trade stand?
Yeah, it's been really good. So first day we're really surprised with the amount of people that are coming on, and I think as well the people that are here are actually interested in this. Just feels a real buzz that people are actually positive about going forward.
It's the second day and the sun is now coming out again, so it's a positive side. But thanks so much for talking to me, and have a good rest of the show.
Cheers.
Simon Weaving, Sales Director at Weaving Machinery. We're from Worcestershire. We're a manufacturer of seed drills. We're demonstrating on the live demonstration plot today our direct disc drill, but we've also got our low disturbance subsoiler, short disc harrow and sabre drill on our stand as well for customers to look at. There's obviously great interest in no tillage, direct drilling, regen farming at the moment.
And your take on Groundswell this year?
Groundswell's a great show. It's grown a lot since we came here 5 years ago. I think this is the 5th show, and there was only about 8 of us stood in a field with some drills and a bag of cover crop, and it's gone mad, and there's great atmosphere, and it's also a great show for people to interact, talk to each other, whether it's actually in the day or the last night there was a party afterwards, which was great to hear people's opinion of what they're doing in farming and how it's going forward.
And in terms of business, a good day, a couple of days for sales?
Yeah, first day was very good. Today's a little bit slower. We've actually sold some kit. Obviously lead times at the moment are very hard. But customers are bearing with us. We're trying to do our best in these uncertain times of trying to get raw materials. Control boxes, things like that. But yeah, it's good.
Well, Simon, thanks for talking to me, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, so Sam Berry from Sam Agri Limited, and we're here with the Vercar brand, and we have working at the show this year the Dynamic DC, which is our disc and time machine, and then we're also showcasing the Dynamic C, the Dynamic D, and the Dynamic DD, which are all direct drills.
How's your take on Groundswell this year?
Been a very good show, good turnout again, and lots of interest in the machines. So we're obviously looking forward to a good second day, and it's been in generally a good show.
Good for business?
In general, yeah, we get a lot of demo inquiries from the show that we then follow up and potentially lead to sales in the future. But yeah, it's definitely a show worth doing because it's aimed at the people that are wanting to go direct drilling. They're here, and it's a good captive audience.
Okay, so I'm Ben Harrison. I work for Horse UK. We're here at Groundswell today, and yesterday we're demonstrating a 6-metre avatar, which has got a grain and fert tank. We also have a 6-metre inter-row hoe, and also a 6-metre Coltro, which is a knife roller, so for crimping and cutting cover crops. That's what we're here with today.
How's the avatar going down on the field?
Very well, yeah. The conditions are hard and dry, but we're managing to get that seed placed and covered as well. We had a good crowd yesterday, and I think we'll get another good crowd today.
Business is good?
Yep, business is very good. So we are to date selling on a sort of 10 to 12 month lead time. We do have stock of some machines, but business in general has been very good, and I think inquiry levels are very good still, and there's definitely a lot of interest in regenerative farming and the tools to use to go down that road.
And your take personally on Groundswell so far this year?
It's been hot.
It's been
very hot. It's great. You know, Groundswell, we love coming to Groundswell because you get a very good quality of customer as well, and also the knowledge is just phenomenal. It really is good to learn from a lot of guys that are coming across. We tend to come a lot across guys that have got avatars or have one coming and things like that, so it's quite nice to see existing customers, potential new customers. But yeah, no, we love coming here. The skylarks, you can hear them, which is great to hear. So yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, Ben, enjoy the rest of the show and enjoy the sunshine.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, good.
Okay, my name's James Evans. I'm one of the co-founders of Grassroots Farming. I'm a beef and sheep farmer from Shropshire.
And I'm James Daniel, also a co-founder of Grassroots Farming, and I'm a farmer and farm consultant from Cornwall.
Tell me about Grassroots Farming.
So Grassroots Farming has been set up to source livestock from farmers that are on or about to begin their regenerative farm journey. We then take those animals and we supply them to restaurant and hospitality businesses, currently predominantly in London, but across the UK.
And you're taking Groundswell so far? How are you finding it? It's very hot.
Yeah, no, it is hot, but actually we shouldn't complain about the weather, really, should we? But you know, no, it's great. I think everyone that's come here is very business minded, wants to make a difference, wants to make a change, and yeah, it's quite refreshing, really, to see so much positivity.
And what sort of feedback are you having from people who come to the trade stand?
Yeah, I mean, people are very interested in what we're doing, and I think what we're doing really is quite groundbreaking, really, because we're the only probably company that have got an end to what the regenerative story is, really. So we've got an outlet now selling to Honest Burgers, and it completes the whole cycle.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Good luck for the rest of the show. Thanks for talking to me.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, that's about it for today. Massive thank you to everyone who spoke to me on the day. Honestly, I had a brilliant time. And I'm really sorry to all the trade stands who I didn't cover, but I honestly think this episode would have been well over an hour if I had actually done that. There are so many trade stands there now. Honestly, it's amazing how Groundswell has grown. And also I needed some time for speaker sessions and catching up with people and the bar, must be said. But I will see you all at Groundswell again next year. Thank you to the organisers for putting on an amazing show. Well done, the cherries. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, please do share and subscribe wherever you're listening. Next time on the show, we'll be heading to Wales to talk poultry and about the River Wye with Powys-based farmer Sarah James. So I hope you can join me then. Until then, have a great week.